Alright, I'm back. Let's go on ahead and get started. Alright, in this section I'm going to do the vanilla cave, or what is referred to as the vanilla dome. Okay, this part will be split in half. The first half I'm going to do within the dome, and the second half I'm going to do the outside portion, which will be this section here, including the vanilla secret as well as the fortress, and then we'll do the butter bridge and the cheese bridge, Cookie Mountain, and Ludwig von Cooper's castle. But for now, I'm just going to concentrate inside the cave. Okay, Vanilla Dome 1. Don't run too fast because you will see some spike-top beetles. You can't kill them right off, but spin jumps will help you to avoid dying. And you also have bats and buzzy beetles here. Okay, you're at a section with a bunch of blocks. Do a spin jump to knock them all away. If you're not able to break a block, crap. That means there's an item somewhere. Ah, dang it. Let's see. There we go. Try and get as many power-ups as you can. Or at least a super mushroom to where you can knock out all of these annoying blocks. They do become quite annoying. It's a good idea to switch back and forth between the cape feather and the fire flower. That way you can switch. Come on, stupid computer, quit lagging. Quit lagging. Okay, I'm just going to sit here and wait. There we go. Okay, now that I've gone into the pipe, grab the star and run, Mario, run. This will be the part where you need the fire flower, because Mario has a tendency to fly at this part and you won't be able to get the 1-up from hitting all of the enemies. Instead, you'll end up doing a ground shake and you'll die. Okay, now that we've reached the midpoint, okay, I forgot about that, really. Okay. Now here you have the spike tops. There actually is a way to be able to get that third Yoshi coin. Unfortunately, you have to sacrifice yourself. Unless you're really, 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 really good. You may be able to jump up there as Cape Mario. Ah, I can't get it. Dang it! Well, at least you can get rid of the spike beetles. I'm aimless about getting all of the Yoshi coins. So you may see me here for a while. Come on. Crap. You know what? I'm running out of time, and I'm really getting tired of fighting it, so what I'm going to do get little on purpose and not get the power up. Grab the block, grab the Yoshi coin, and I'm done. Ah, and I missed the piranha plant. Now, in this section here, you have to really be careful. Shoot, and there's the last Yoshi coin there. And I would die. Trying to go too fast. Time was running out, so I was feeling the pressure. Apparently, each time you die, you don't collect all of the Yoshi coins or finish the stage. Your Yoshi coin count resets. So at this point, I'm not even going to worry about them. But you get the idea as far as where they are and how to get them all. And that's all there is to that stage. Had I not tried to get every itsy bitsy thing and be perfect, I probably wouldn't have rushed myself to die. But what happened is what happened. I'm human and I make mistakes too. Okay, Vanilla Dome 2. This stage is part land, part swimming. Something to keep in mind. If you want better control of swimming, be sure to grab a shelled enemy like a Koopa shell or a Buzzy Beetle. Just try not to hold it for too long because it will pop back out, and if you're still holding it, you will lose your power up or possibly die. Thankfully, the telltale way to know if you've held it for too long is if it starts shaking while it's still in your hand. Okay, so you saw me grab the one up there. Now there are multiple paths here actually. The one I'm going to go for is the one with the P block. Just grab it, move it, step on it. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab the key and just slide my way into the keyhole. I know that didn't sound right, but okay, now we have the Red Switch Palace. Grab the P block, kind of move it out of the way, and just stay on top. And that's all there is to it. Get the coins if you wish. By the way, if you hear a big giant whirring sound in the background during this part, it's because I'm sitting outside. Just felt like being out in fresh air today instead of being cooped up in my house. Okay, so we're gonna save here, go back to Vanilla Dome 2, and pretty much repeat what I did before. Again, it's a really good idea to switch back and forth between Cape Mario and Fire Flower Mario. If you have fire flowers as your power up, shoot as many of the fish as you can. Makes it a hell of a lot easier. Plus you get more coins out of it. Alright, going the top path, you run into a charging chuck. Just kind of be mindful of the limited space that you have. Crap. Okay, now this is one of the switchable power-ups. Grab the star if you can. That way you'll be able to get more one-ups. That's one thing I didn't show about the charging chucks. You can actually shoot them a number of times with your firepower. And you can actually defeat them that way too. It's just a pain because it takes a while. And I forgot a Yoshi coin, which is back there. I'm not even going to go for it. Go down the pipe and you enter the ice section. Yay! Now when you come out the pipe, immediately do a spin jump. And I'm about to run out of time again. Now this one here, he splits into 3. And then you have the spike beetle at the end of the level. So be careful. That's all there is to Vanilla Dawn 2. Okay, now we have the Vanilla Ghost House. Excuse me. Watch out for the I forgot what those little creatures are, but watch out for them. And be sure not to get hit by the ghosts. Oh. If you can, just spin jump on them the whole way. Of course you can't hurt them, but they can't hurt you either. Whoa! Went a little bit too far on that one. Now amidst these sea of blocks, there's a ladder. Just watch out for the big boo. You'll find a Yoshi coin up there as well. I'll tell you, these ghosts do become quite a nuisance as you progress further in the game. Now for this part here, try to avoid the green ones. I mean, you can spin jump off of them, but it won't do you much good. Grab the P block, enter the door, and you're at the end. There we go. And congratulations, we're through the ghost house. Okay, now for Vanilla Dawn 3. You have the blargs in this stage. Just, whoa, make sure you don't get hit by them. And if you think you can do it, go for the 1-up. It's not as hard as it looked just then. I just mistimed my jump. Simple as that. Now this stage does have a tendency to be a little bit on the redundant side because you have to ride on the skull floats. But at least you can jump over the blargs. Now this is just an area of the game where it would be an excellent idea to be able to switch between the cape and the fire flower. And this is one of the reasons why. Well, at least I got one extra life out of the deal. Drop down the pipe after you come out of there, you'll enter into another frozen section. This was a little bit easier actually. You do at least get a power up at the end. Okay, switch back to the fire flower. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but and there's actually a good reason why I shouldn't have done that, but because Yoshi's in there. I shouldn't have shot it that early. So what I'm going to do, drop back down into the frozen land and literally just run through it. By the way, if you're in need of power-ups, you can actually do this to get as many power-ups as you need as time permits. And everything will reset. Okay, grab the shell, hold it up. Whoa! Whoa! Wow, I did not know I could actually pull that off. There we go. Now this Yoshi's actually going to be quite a help through this part, because if I'm not mistaken, he can actually eat the blobs. Well, maybe not, but at least there's one other deterrent. Yoshi can eat them, actually. Like I said, Yoshi's a big help because he can eat just about anything. I don't know why I did that. Okay, now here again, fly up. Just don't hit the snapping plant, so you will immediately lose your power up, regardless of whether you're riding Yoshi or not. Yoshi can walk on them, but he can't run into them. Crazy, huh? Okay, now we move on to Vanilla Dome 4, which is actually outside of the cave. And immediately you notice you have bullet bills to deal with. But guess what? Yoshi can eat those too. Oh. Ah! Damn it, Yoshi. Well, good riddance. So I usually don't play as Yoshi through this part anyway. Yeah, bullet bills, since they come in all directions, they are quite the nuisance. Drop down the second pipe. Grab the coins and try not to fall in the lava. and get the Yoshi coin at the end. It's worth it. Alright, now if you choose to go backwards... Whoa! If you choose to go backwards, that's fine. Just try to keep your balance, unlike what I almost ended up not doing. Oh, and I missed the one-up. Crap! Now that's the real tricky part, where the bullet bills all come out at once. And there you have it. You're at the end of Vanilla Ice. Not. You're at the end of Vanilla Ice 4. Really? Ice baby? Vanilla Dome. I don't know why I said Vanilla Ice. Well, I failed yet another bonus game. You won't see me do that often on Yoshi's Island, I dare say that. Not as good as Pink Kitty Rose, but still pretty good. Okay, now we're at Lemmy's castle. Lemmy is also cheatsy. Just keep that in mind. Okay, now first here we have to deal with Kamek. Resist the temptation to do a spin jump, because you will fall into the lava and die. Only a handful of people have been able to perfect it. So wait until Kamek appears below you, and he transforms the block into one of his minions. Just keep in mind, if he appears below you, if he appears above you, then you have a good chance of getting here. Grab the P block and go into the door. You get a midway point and a 1-up. I'll show you the other path as well. Now this part here has a tendency to get a little bit tedious unless you have the cape. And the reason being is because of all of the automatic rising and falling platforms. Personally, I have no patience for them, so I have a tendency to try and rush through them. If you're a beginner, by all means, please do not try and rush it. You will die. It's just the fact that I've been playing this game ever since 1991, when I first got my Super NES, that I feel a little cocky enough to actually be able to get through it by rushing. Speed run. Get rid of the dry bones troopers. Switch to Fire Mario, and you're at the end of the stage. Now here, you have Cheatsy and 2 clones that pop out of the pipes. Now it does take a little bit of trial and error to guess which ones are which, but you'll quickly figure it out. As usual, stomp on him 3 times and he's done. Whoa, Mario had a little Donkey Kong moment there, didn't he? Grabbed the hammer. Mario has triumphed over Lemmy Koopa of Castle 3. Mario's quest is starting to get much more difficult. Have you found the red and green switches yet? I have. Okay, now before I close out this part, I'll show you the alternate path. And I'm actually about to go against my own recommendation. commit. Now you do have to watch out for the fireballs and the lava. And if you stomp on Kamek, he will reappear. Okay, now if you go in the door, you end right back up where you at that midpoint. The only difference here is if you end up losing a life, you have to start all over again. And if you play this stage enough times, you will know that it is quite the nuisance. Okay, and for those that missed it, you see me do another goof up. Yay! Now, like I said, it does take a little bit of trial and error to see where Cheatsy is. But it's not that difficult to figure out. The main thing you have to watch out for is that darn fireball that's up there. Or bumping into the dummy. Unlike what I did. Okay. So I'm not going to show you how to defeat him again, since I did it already. What I'm going to do now is stop at the cheese bridge area. And I will see you on the next part of this episode, where I'm going to backtrack and show you the alternate route to Vanilla Dome 1 and the Vanilla Secret areas. So I'll see you on the next part. Jamadane.